Hey everybody, welcome back to the Race 5 Smokehouse and Grill, and today we are taking this whole chicken and we are cooking it perfectly in our air fryer. Let me show you how we do it. Let's go. We are starting with this whole chicken. It's approximately 4.5 pounds. Let's get it out of the package here first. And then we are going to spatchcock this. Spatchcocking it means you're taking the backbone off of this and we're going to open it up flat so it cooks nice and even. The air fryer we have is nice and big. If it's too tall, you're gonna hit the top of it. So we're gonna flatten this out to make sure it fits perfectly in our air fryer. We're gonna start again just by splitting it down the back. Good pair of kitchen shears always helps. And to make breaking this open a little bit easier, right in here there is that breastbone. We're just gonna kind of give it a thwack to kind of score it, get through it, so when it's time to split, now it's nice and split open like that. Go ahead, flip it over like you're giving it CPR and just give it a push down, and you can even just kind of pop it open. Now you have this bird perfectly flat and ready to go into the oven. One extra step we're going to take from this, we are going to salt brine this today. That salt brining helps pull moisture out while also seasoning the skin and meat. Do it for a few hours overnight if you can. We're going to do it for about 3-4 hours today. It's really going to help crisp up that skin later. For a salt brine, we're just going to hit it on both sides with some kosher salt. Then we're going to transfer this to a tray. This has been salted on both sides. Time to go let this rest in the fridge. Again, we're gonna let it go for 2, 3, 4 hours, depending on how much time we have today. And we will be back when it's time to fire up that air fryer, get this seasoned, and get this cooked to perfection. Let's go.
A few moments later.
We have let this chicken sit in the fridge and dry brine for about 3.5 hours. The bird is looking nice. You could feel the skin is tacked up a little bit and all that salt has been dissolved. We're gonna take a paper towel, pat this dry, get it ready for seasoning. You wanna make sure you get the moisture off of the chicken because when it air fries, you don't want that moisture on there. The more moisture you can remove from the bird, the better skin and better end product you're going to get. So you want to get that water moisture off of here. So just pat it dry. We're going to do it on both sides. And get as much of that moisture off as you can. Since this is open, we have it dried up from patting it dry with the paper towels. Let's get this prepped, seasoned up, so when we flip it and do the presentation side, we won't have to keep flipping back and forth. Let's get this side prepped up. Now we have it patted dry, but I am gonna add a little olive oil to this to help the seasoning stick, and also with the air fryer, it helps fry it up a little bit more and give a crispier, better texture. Now you don't have to drench it, you just wanna get a nice little layer on there and rub it in. In today's seasoning, we are using Big Wick's Texi-Cajun ranch mix. This stuff is fantastic. Be sure to check out Big Wick's. Goes great on chicken. Gonna be awesome on here. We don't need to go too heavy with a salty rub because we already did that salt dry brine. Flip her over. Now we're gonna do the same thing to the presentation side. Let's get that skin nice and patted dry. Get all of that water moisture off of here. Hit it with some oil. Get her seasoned up. Seasoned up, but the last thing I like to do is just get these wings tucked under here. Let you keep this whole presentation side nice and clean. And it also takes down from the height, because again, this is a big air fryer, but you want to have this as flat as possible. Now this is looking great. Let's get our air fryer fired up, warmed up, and get this cooking. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this warmed up. I'm going to get this set to 385 degrees on the air fry setting. We're going to bring this down to 5 minutes. I'm gonna hit play. Now it's gonna warm up. We're gonna let this run for 5 minutes and it'll be then ready, nice and warmed up, ready to go. We'll get the chicken in. When this is done warming up, 5 minutes, we'll be back. We're also gonna control the temp of the bird by using the Typher wireless probe. I'm gonna stick it into the breast here and get it set up for chicken. We're gonna go to setup cook, go under poultry, chicken, whole bird, and I'm gonna set this to 155 degrees. That's when I wanna pull it out so I can let it rest at the end. I do not wanna overcook these breasts. So this is going to help us make sure we have a perfect cook. Air fryer is warmed up. Let's get the chicken in here. You can see this is a big enough pan. Let's make sure this all fits in here right. Perfecto. This should slide in no problem whatsoever. You have enough room for that probe in there and everything. Then we're gonna go again with the air fry with 385. And I'm gonna go 20 minutes. And as this is running for the next 20 minutes, I am gonna continue to monitor with the wireless temp probe, just so we don't overcook it. I'm gonna pull it off between 155 and 160 in the breast, and we'll be back when it's time to take our first check in about 20 minutes from now. Our whole chicken is done after that initial 20 minutes in the air fryer. I checked on it, pulled it out. It was looking beautiful. I was following the internal temperature and how much time was needed by using that wireless temp probe. Went another 15 minutes, so 35 minutes total to cook this 4.5 pound bird. Pulled it out, let it rest on the cutting board for about 10 minutes. Listen to this skin. Nice and crisp from that air fryer. I didn't want to tent it in foil only because I did not want to lose that crisp on here. You can see, as they should, these quarters, these leg quarters come right off. I could just pull them right off, but I'm trying to keep those all intact. Looking beautiful. Let's see if I can get through this. Look at that. So tender. It's good to have a sharp knife too. This wing falls right apart. Let's take a bite, see how this does. Look at that. Perfect flavor, perfectly cooked. Nice and juicy in there. See how we did inside that breast. Look at that. So juicy in there still. Cooking it to the right temp matters, but this texture is out of this world. That skin is great. Look at that. Juice is pouring out. Oh, that's so good. That Texi-Cajun ranch on that skin too, oh my goodness. This chicken is perfectly cooked, perfectly cooked. The internal breast got to about 155, 157. I pulled it out, let it rest for 10 minutes. Finished in the 160s with that residual cooking, but as you can tell, it did not affect the juiciness or tenderness at all. Comes right apart. Perfect tenderness. Oh, so good. So that's how you cook a whole chicken in an air fryer. If you like what we did here, please hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, check me out on social media, and we will be talking to you all soon. Thanks again, everybody. Take care. Peace.